What's up, man?
Ah! Gosh, that hurt.
Yeah.
You're a beast.
You're sexy.
I want to welcome everyone to the officially 2 days late ECGA Raw. 3 days late.
It's Thursday.
Wow, what a long week this has
been. It's been a busy week, man.
Thanks to everybody for tuning in. It has been. We were actually at Raw this past week.
Raw. That's good.
Then going back and watching it.
It was fun to be at the show.
It was very fun to be there.
Even though we got booed.
We did. We got booed, seriously. It was phenomenal.
Our section was so bad, they booed us for cheering. And we were at the stage.
Yeah.
Actually got recognized by some of the superstars. Scott Armstrong.
Yeah, they pointed at you after you hollered.
And then Layla blew a kiss at you because it was dead quiet and she was going backstage.
I professed my love to Layla.
Yeah, tell Jessica that.
I've done told her.
Okay. She's cool with it. That's awesome.
Yeah, Layla blew
and
me
then
a kiss.
Punk actually recognized us because we were the only ones at the stage basically who were standing up.
Nobody else was. The crowd was just absolutely horrible.
If you go back and watch it, if you DVR'd it or something, you can see him when he kneels down to do the X on the stage. He points
right
over.
at you.
Yeah, right at me.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It really was so good.
The crowd was horrible overall.
Yeah, we really apologize. If you were at the show, shame on you.
Gosh, horrible.
It was just bad.
It really was.
We did our best, guys.
We tried, but
we just got done watching it again all the way through. It wasn't the best Raw to cheer for, to be honest with you.
Pretty average. Look and everything. We'll talk about that. Let's get right into it. First, you had John Laurinaitis coming out, cutting a promo. And
oh, I'm sorry, I can't make fun of his voice.
Don't make fun of his voice. There will be repercussions.
Repercussions.
Because he will throw a fit of destruction. Yes, he really said that. Then you had
destruction.
Then you had CM Punk coming out.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're ugly.
Yeah.
You have no friends.
Yeah.
Those are some great insults.
It really was. And then he called him a gigantic toolbox.
Wow. PG era, huh?
Anyway, basically it was don't cross the boss or we will punish you, and he put him in a match against Lord Tensai later on
that he did.
At the end. After that, though, the first match was Cody Rhodes defending his Intercontinental Championship against Big Show.
He took the heel way out, which I'm fine with.
Yep.
I just wish it would have been a different heel way out.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that he grabbed the belt and ran off. I think that makes him look like a coward.
I think so too.
If you want to make him cheat to win, let him grab a chair and hit him, get him DQ'd or something.
Yeah.
That can still lead to a possible no way out cage match, which is kind of what we're hearing.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But you don't
he
can't
run away.
Yeah, you don't have your Intercontinental title holder, especially somebody that's going to be a big star coming up in the next few years, looking like a coward running away.
Yeah.
So I just think the match could have won.
Bad booking. Yeah. Apparently, it was a theme for the show.
Yeah.
Then you had Eve come out, and apparently Eve is the most intimidating. Oh, wow.
I mean, it's one thing on TV, then in person.
It's something else. Really is. But anyway, apparently they're making her out to be the most intimidating person
scared us
ever.
Snot at a Big Show.
Ever. Come out and said, apologize.
Made him do it.
Yep. Well, if she come to me and asked me to apologize, you know what I'd do?
You'd apologize.
I'd apologize too.
I wouldn't. I so would.
Yeah, you And then you had a good, for the time that they were given, you had Kofi versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, it was a good near fall with the move put on Ziggler there, who sold it really, really well. It got a little bit involved with the outside people, which I hate to see, but it allowed the ref to be distracted. Ziggler picked up a win. I would love to see what these two can do in a 15-minute match at a pay-per-view.
Yeah, Dolph really needs to get away from Vicky, but we've talked about that before. And
you've used that catchphrase every stinking show.
Yeah.
Get a new catchphrase.
I'll work on that.
Yeah, good job.
All right. Anyway, you had Dolph picking up the win there. Check out our Twitters. Got some pictures posted up on that one. And
what do you want them to check out?
Our Twitters.
I don't like the sound of that.
Check out his Twitter. He's got them on there right now. Mine will be up later on.
I don't want anybody looking at my Twitter.
Hey, to each their own, I guess.
Tweet all over you.
Moving right along.
Whoa.
Next, you had John Cena via satellite interview with Michael Cole.
Evidently, they actually tried to have Cena eat the camera. Because that joke was up in his mouth.
It really was.
Hangy ball thing.
You could see
it was.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So close.
Oh, and it just yelled.
Yeah.
The closer the camera got, the
louder he got. Apparently, all it was the doc says no, Cena says yes, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
That's all that was.
That's all it was.
After that, you had the Divas match. You had Natalya and Maxine versus Kelly and Layla.
The main thing about that that match that I noticed was Natalya took a bad fall because Kelly just jerked her feet off the apron.
Way too far.
Way too far.
Nothing. The apron
and
didn't break the fall.
You didn't get a tag. No tag
from either side.
Yeah, no tag either way.
From either side.
And you saw Layla picking up the win there on Maxine.
Yeah, leading up to at Over the Limit, Beth Phoenix versus Layla for the Divas
Beth Phoenix in person.
Wow.
All right.
Moving right along. Then you had at the probably halfway through the show.
It was at the top of the hour.
Yeah, you had a good tag match. You had Sheamus tagging with Randy Orton going against Del Rio and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and really it was a good match. It was
really
a good tag match for the time.
It really was.
Especially for a TV match. It was good. I loved the go home sequence at the end.
Oh, that was,
I love the finishing sequence.
The finishing was fantastic.
And as soon as the finish hit, me and you both looked at each other and pretty much simultaneously said Fatal Four-Way. Which again, we're going to be there. Oh. So okay with it.
Yeah, we're taking our signs again.
Yeah, it's going to. Not just there, second row.
Exactly.
On the entrance ramp.
On the entrance ramp.
Well, that's a lot of ECGA.
Oh, wow. I love it.
Yep.
That's why we picked the theme song at the start of the show. We were officially on Raw more than anyone else.
Any other superstar. By far.
Wasn't even
blurry.
Close. Hey, we were there. You can see our signs.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to show them?
Yeah, let's show them the signs a little bit. I'm going to back up just a little bit, make sure they get the full effect.
If you get to watch the show again, there's that one.
Yeah, hashtag heel.
That's mine.
And then you had hashtag heel.
Little play on words. Why does that say heel?
My last name is heel.
Your last name. Works out well that way.
And then we also had.
This is my favorite one.
I love this.
You can really read it.
Raw's new announced team,
I think
ECGA co-founders.
It fits.
We got to get Michael Cole's attention.
I'm going to slap Lawler in the face with it when he comes down the aisle. So,
Anyway.
After that, you actually had a, and that did lead to a backstage segment where Laura Knight did announce a Fatal Four-Way for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm so okay with that.
Yeah, it's going to be great. What I really like about it is the fact that it puts two other main event people into that title's main event and allows a couple of the mid-carders to come up. Like, more people on the show.
Exactly.
On pay-per-view, and I'm fine with it. Progression of your mid-carders, and that's what WWE
really need that right now.
They're struggling with that.
They haven't had that in so many years.
Yep.
But after that, you had the Funkasaurus come out, and he actually had a match against the Miz.
Finally, not a squash.
Surprisingly, not
Miz
a squash.
Miz had a good promo coming down
there.
Call yo mama. It was good.
It really was.
It was entertaining. It was funny.
It was.
People in the arena laughed.
Yeah.
Not loudly, but they laughed. Yeah. It was a good reaction for that crowd. So sad.
It was so bad. So bad.
Raleigh's got to be better.
I hope so.
Raleigh is good. If not, we're going to at all. If you're watching this and you're a smart fan and you're a wrestling fan, not a wrestling fan, if there's any way, please go to that show.
Please.
We need all the smart fans
Find
there.
Us.
We can,
please.
We'll go. I'll buy your dinner or something before the show.
Answer me this question real quick.
I really will.
All right. You got the Miz.
I'm not going to buy your dinner.
Oh.
You're not going now, are you? No. I got a free ticket up for grabs. Who wants it? Second row.
Sigh.
You still want to go?
Yeah,
I'll take you.
Yes.
All
right, here's my question. You had Funkasaurus versus Miz.
Okay.
There was not a squash match.
Not a squash match.
Dolph Ziggler against the Funkasaurus was a squash. How does that make sense?
Obviously, Miz is the greatest superstar ever.
That's the only reason.
He's the toughest man on earth, except for Funkasaurus.
Except for him.
Yeah.
I guess we're just thinking too much into it again.
Yeah, we should be doing that.
Anyway, after that, they were advertising the fallout from Bring the Pain, and Brock Lesnar's music hits.
Yeah, watching it back, they were actually announcing as the music hit that Brock was not there. He had legal representation.
Yep.
We, of course, in the arena didn't hear that. All we heard was Brock's music, and people reacted a little bit. Not much of a reaction again, which is sad. Brock Lesnar's music hit, and there was no reaction. And me and you were like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
We knew he wasn't there.
And then Paul Heyman walked out, and I was thoroughly embarrassed by the lack of reaction from that crowd. Us, a couple guys behind us, a couple of guys across the entrance ramp.
That was it.
That's all I could tell. We're trying to get an ECW chant going on. This guy is a legend in the business. He really is. Now, maybe him and WWE didn't get along so well their first go around.
But him as a overall,
what he's done as a promoter with ECW, all that. This guy is a flat out legend. And Greensboro, I'm going to be generous. Maybe a third of the people in attendance even knew who this man was.
I doubt it was that much.
And the only reason he got a reaction what little reaction he got while he was talking is because he was talking about Brock Lesnar. I really don't think most people knew who this guy was.
No, I don't think so.
That is horrible,
He's
guys.
such a genius in this business.
They need him for booking, period.
Yeah, they really do. But he come out, cut a promo, read a letter from Brock saying that he feels disrespected, not getting what he wants, and therefore he quits.
Whoa, why are you doing this?
Do you really think he's quit?
That's what you asked me when it was read.
So did that.
Everything's storyline. Everything is storyline. Everything.
Pretty much what it is. Where Brock signed his contract.
Everything is storyline. Even if it's real, everything is storyline.
It sets up to where he only has a limited number of appearances throughout this year that he signed his contract
About
with.
40.
And what this does, it gives him time to.
Now, does he make a
those
surprise
pitches.
return and then maybe take Cena out at Over the Limit after the match?
Maybe.
With Laurinaitis? I'd be okay with that.
I would too. I think.
Of course, one of the benefits of doing this today, found out that Cena has a reason to take some time off now.
Yeah. Do some homework on that one.
Well, I mean, it's all over the internet, the dirt sheets. He's filed for divorce. I really am sorry to hear about that.
I am too.
So I mean, this may be a way to really put Brock over.
To take him out for.
Or if they don't want to bring him back yet, they may just put Lord Tensai over huge and have him take Cena out.
Yeah, I see this as Brock taking time off. I'm going to say all the way to SummerSlam. That's my.
And then you have
Tripp.
And then Tripp says, "No, you can't quit. You're under that original contract.
Exactly.
You got to come back so I can whip your tail."
Yeah, I think it's leading to Brock Triple H.
It does make sense. It does make sense.
But all that is to give him time off so they can save most of those appearances, getting closer towards the end of the year.
Because he's going to be He's going to be on a lot of shows and pretty much all the pay-per-views leading up to Mania.
That's a lot of appearances. If
is.
he's only got that limited, they've got to do something to take him off camera for a while, which is what pretty much this was.
Yep.
Last match though, CM Punk comes out against his match with Lord Tensai,
and then
John Laurinaitis comes out right behind him and says, "You know what? This is a handicap match."
Yeah, throws Daniel
Lord
Bryan
Tensai and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I mean, CM Punk never had a shot. You knew it.
It was
Lord Tensai was dominant again.
As always.
And the match lasted what, 8-10 minutes?
Something
like
that.
that.
Yeah, something like that. You had.
I mean, there was a little bit of good interaction. I like the tag match earlier better than that one.
That was probably the best match of the night.
But it was an effective way for Bryan to get in and show huge heel tendencies by putting the yes lock on Punk after Lord Tensai had pinned Punk.
Put it on twice. Yeah.
Twice.
That's how the show went off, was Daniel Bryan celebrating.
Yeah. And then after that match, you had a dark match where we saw a surprise appearance from John Cena.
Yeah, Kane came out first.
Said he was supposed to fight Cena tonight, but Cena's scared, wasn't there. Obviously, we knew that because of via satellite, and all of a sudden Cena's music hit, and it really was a big surprise.
It really was. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Again, you almost question how many of the people in the attendance knew it was a dark match, and that match wasn't on TV. Obviously, for storyline purposes, they kept him off the show.
Right.
But it was, he was still selling the injury. They ended up, beating Kane in a typical dark match. It went 6-7 minutes, and
wasn't real long. No. But how loud did that place get when his
music
loud.
Hit? It got loud then, guys.
It really did.
Too bad that wasn't televised.
Yeah.
But it was a good show in person. The only thing that was bad about it was the crowd, and then having Cena there for the to send the crowd home happy. That was a nice surprise, a nice touch.
It was. He did a good job playing to the crowd even after the match.
Going back and watching the show though,
pretty average.
And that's being generous.
Yeah, it really was. The only progression they really had was setting up the Fatal 4-Way.
That was good progression.
I loved that.
It really was.
I'm really excited about that.
And I think it made I think the last match, even though it wasn't a great match, I think it did make the WWE title match with Punk and Bryan a little bit more personal.
I think so.
Going in. Which anything to build that match up, I'm great with.
I love the line Daniel Bryan
so looking forward to it.
"You are not better than me."
While putting the yes lock on him. Also, loved Ziggler's line after he won his match.
Yeah.
Dang right
I won.
Or something to that effect.
Yeah, close enough.
Guys, it was an okay Raw.
It really was.
Being there was great because you were there.
Oh, just the atmosphere.
And the fact we got pointed out by some of the superstars. Oh, so good. But all it does is just really whet my appetite for being second row.
I cannot wait.
Guys, we're going to be posting. I mean, I know it's free over in England somehow.
Hey, Alex, however you pulled that off, good job.
Anyway, hope you watch the show. Definitely look for the same signs we're going to have on there.
Same signs.
I'll have the Yes shirt on.
Love the shirt.
I love it, man. For the title match, Also, gonna be rocking my heel shirt, the show off shirt, and then you actually had a hashtag heel shirt made up, and you got the new RKO shirt, like it. Venom runs deep.
I love the new shirt.
So we actually have some wardrobe changes during the show.
Very nice. Have to watch this. So.
Yeah, I'm getting naked.
Sweet. Now it's a party. Anyway, guys,
that'll boost ratings. Me changing shirts.
Yeah,
just kidding.
If you hadn't followed us on Twitter, go ahead and do so. You can follow me at ECGA PTS Leader. Top
ECGA Heel. Follow us. We're going to follow you back. Let's talk wrestling. Share wrestling pictures from house shows, WWE events. Anything you want to talk about. If you want to ask us questions about stuff that we heard, we spend way too much time reading dirt sheets.
We really do.
Having some people on the inside that we talk to a little bit. Anyway, just ask us questions. We'll ask back, and we'll talk wrestling. That's what we do this for. It's the only reason. Right. Anyway, guys, hope you guys have a fantastic week.
How about some going home music?
Let's see what we got here.
What we got? In honor of the Yes shirt.
Take us home.
Might as well. Cheers to you, big guy. Cheers to everyone out there watching. And take care.